The U.S. is warning China against providing arms to Russia. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan held a 7-hour meeting with his Chinese counterpart yesterday amid reports that Moscow had requested military equipment and other aid from Beijing. Let's bring in ABC's Alex Pichet in Washington for more on that. Alex, China denies that Russia asked for support, as does Russia. But what would happen if China did send aid to Russia?
Well, Diane, I mean, this would really, really complicate things, an already complicated situation, right? I mean, we heard yesterday during the State Department press briefing, Ned Price talk about how both China and Russia represent about roughly 25% of the world GDP. Meanwhile, the U.S. and the rest of its Western allies are closer to 50%. I feel like that was a veiled threat of potential economic fallout for China, and a warning, if you will, as to what could happen if China did intervene and help either Russia militarily or to help Russia compensate for a lot of these economic sanctions that have already been levied by the U.S. and the rest of the Western world. But look, I mean, we talked about this meeting yesterday between Jake Sullivan and his Chinese counterpart. The readout from it was 4 sentences long, but we know that a lot more was talked about during this more than 7-hour, often described as a tense meeting between the two in Rome.
Now, the White House says that no final decision has been made about whether President Biden will potentially visit Europe while all this is going on. What's under consideration there, and what would a trip to Europe at this point accomplish?
Well, Diane, I think we can kind of glean from what we've seen, the steps that we've seen the administration already make, whether it be the Secretary of State going or messages from the president and the vice president themselves. I think this would be potentially a reassuring trip for a lot of our allies. The U.S.'s support for these countries, certainly reaffirming our support for Ukraine, but also these NATO allies. But again, nothing is confirmed. The White House press secretary was asked about this yesterday, and while there are reports that this could be in the works over the next coming weeks, there's no official green light for this trip so far.
All right, Alex Pichet in Washington for us. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.